Yo, what is up YouTube, and welcome to this little short video I put together for you guys. If you guys are struggling to play guard on NBA 2K25, you came to the right place. This is a place to be, man. I'll admit, my first few hours, even my first few days on this game were absolutely hell. I was absolutely terrible, as sure most of you guys are as well. Everyone is struggling with the shooting. Everyone's struggling how to get open, trying to learn what are good shots, what are bad shots, and how to score the ball in general against players that know what they're doing. So if you guys aren't new to my channel, I'm not the biggest dribbler. I play guard every single year. I play small guard every single year as far as I can remember. As far as I've been playing 2K, I've been playing small guard, and I've never been a high, like, a major dribbler, like I just do the bare minimum dribble moves, what it takes to get open, and I do it at a high efficiency, and that's why I win, and that's why I'm good at this game. Because I know a lot of you guys are probably searching up dribble tutorials, stuff like that, and you guys are seeing a lot of videos doing spin backs through the legs, bull crap that gets you nowhere, just a whole lot of span dribble in one spot that's not going to do anything for you if the person you're playing against knows what they're doing. So with that being said, guys, here are the signature size ups that I use, my playmaking moves. So you guys can go ahead and throw these on, or just use whatever you're comfortable with, but the main ones that are the important ones are just the dribble style. There's Garland, signature size up, Kemba Walker, and step back Tyrese Halliburton. All of the other ones, they don't really do much. I don't really use them that much. And crossover Chris Paul, you also want to throw that one on as well. And also dribble pull up normal 2, guys. I know I advocate for pro 2, but normal 2 in terms of threes, I'd say normal 2 is way better. Pro 2 has a case for 2s to be better, but if you're playing 3s guard, you should throw on normal 2. It's a lot easier to get open with. Now this is the build I'm working with. I'm a 96 overall. I only have a 93 ball handling and 91 speed with ball, so I don't have the best playmaking badges. I do have Hall of Fame lightning launch, and I also have gold hands for days. Now, I'm sure if you've been playing guard, you've noticed that this is probably the worst year when it comes to stamina, and rest assured, guys, it'll probably be better in a few weeks. As you guys know, you get +4 stamina every week you do Gatorade, so after like 3 or 4 weeks, you'll have 99. I'm assuming that's why stamina is so bad, because 85 stamina is pretty damn low. Like, you do a few drill moves, and you are just, like, look how it has never drained that fast any previous 2K. Like, you could run for a lot longer than that on most 2Ks. So since there isn't a lot of stamina, you guys should not be wasting your time doing those pointless standstill drill moves, stuff like this that just don't do anything for you. You need to be getting somewhere, and you need to be using screens. I'm sorry, guys, ISO is just not very effective this year. Interior defense is amazing this year. It's really hard to drive, get past somebody on the dribble, so you're gonna have to use your teammates in order to get open on this game. Now, if you played guard in the previous years, you probably know how to do this move. It's pretty similar. It's the same speed boost almost always. Ball's in your right hand, you flick up, and then the ball goes to your left hand, and then you run out of it, and you just do it like that. Like, you got a screen on it, then you go do it a lot faster, and like you can get open off the screen. So again, got balls in your right hand, you flick up and run off of it. Balls in your left hand, you flick. Okay. Ball in your right hand, you flick up. Ball in your left hand, you flick up again and go the other way. Now the other move I like to do is you hold right trigger, you go and you double behind the back. It's not the best in the world, but it can get you out of a bad spot a lot of times. Like when you're on the corner like that, it's decent for getting you out of a bad spot. Like, you're not going to usually get a shot off of it, but it's just good for like not getting into like a trap or a double team, something like that. But the best move that you need to have in your bag, and this is pretty much the only thing I'm using right now, especially when I'm playing higher level players who you don't really have time to just do willy-nilly drill moves. You gotta get to your point, you gotta get to your spot, you gotta get open, and just hold right trigger and you flick down on the right stick. This is the Tyrese Halliburton step back. It doesn't create a lot of space, but you could speed boost out of it both ways. Like, I could go left, and I could also go back that way as well. And it's like, it's not that slow. Like, it's pretty fast compared to other step backs. And like, say you're like in a spot, you got dudes on one side of the screen, you could just spam it while, like, you could just spam that with the behind the back while your center is setting the screen, and you just want to wait till your center sets a good screen, and then you just run off it, and you could fade it, something like that. And then another one I like to pair with it, a lot of people don't know about this, but the Ja Morant go-to shot. The ball's in your right hand and you're right-handed. You hold right trigger and you hold up on your right stick and you let go after the crossover. Because if the ball's in your left hand, then it makes you move the ball to your right hand and it takes forever. And if you don't let go of right stick at the right time, it makes you shoot the ball. And I like to pair the drill move up with a Tyrese Halliburton. So like when the ball's in your left hand, you do the Tyrese Halliburton into the hold. Like that's a good little combo right there. And you got to be careful with the Ja Morant. Like you do lose the ball. If you do it into somebody, you will lose the ball this game. So you got to be careful what you do. Like I'm sure you guys remember the John Wall push cross. This is the closest thing you're gonna get to it this year, as far as we found out. Like you just push cross. Look at the speed boost you get off it. All you gotta do is make sure you have space to do it. You don't have space to do it, you will lose the ball. Like it's not a safe move. It is a dangerous move. Like you will 100% lose the ball if you do it near somebody. Now guys, I don't have whatever software you need to do the hand cam, so the hand cam you see is me plugging my controller into my PC. Like it's not in real time, but I'm just trying to show you guys how to do the drill moves, and I'm sure if you do try them in the mycareer, even without looking at the hand cam and just me explaining it, I'm sure you guys could get a feel. Like they're pretty basic, they're not that hard to do. If you guys have dribbled in previous years, I'm sure you can get the hang of it easily. So now that we got the dribbling aspect out of the way, let's talk about how to score the ball, because that's probably what you're struggling with. Like dribbling should be the easy part. Dribbling should not be the hard part. Like you gotta accept dribbling is just not that good this year. So you gotta know how to score the ball in this game. And the way I've found most of my success scoring is what I'm about to tell you right now. For one, make sure you get your hot zones. I'm waiting until I get a lot of hot zones so I could do my lethals, because obviously you have a lethal, you have a hot zone, you're gonna shoot a higher percentage in that spot. And try not to have cold zones. The way you check your hot zones, you can either do it in the 2K card, but I usually just go to stats, I go to roster, and I click left trigger until I reach the hot zones, and I can see my hot zones right there. If you shoot in the hot zone, you're going to shoot a higher percentage chance. I've noticed, like you guys know, a lot of people will say the shooting is very inconsistent in this game, but I found that when I shoot a wide open standstill shot in my hot zones, I almost never miss. But when I get out of them and I shoot in my neutral zones, or I shoot maybe even in a cold zone, I feel I time the shot perfect and I still miss, and there's nothing you can do about it this year. So I have 168 games played. I would say about 80 of them are in the stage. So, and I have a 77%, and I'm one of the best shooters every single year. Last year, I shot almost 70% from the three, which is pretty insane. No Zen, no Titan, no nothing. 2K22, 2K23, I was always a great shooter. And for maybe shooting 47%, you know it's hard, tough to shoot on this game. So if you guys are centers and lockdowns watching this, man, cut your guard some slack. It is hard to shoot in this game. It's hard to get open, and they're forced to take very tough shots, and they're a lot harder to make than your wide open standstills in the corner that you guys are so accustomed to. Alright guys, this gameplay is from my stream yesterday. I went on like a 12-14 game streak on the 5K last night. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that. And so one move I would have liked to show you guys, because this is one of the best moves that's going to help you score on the threes in transition, that I can't show you in the my court, because you do have to have a full court in order to do the move. So look, as you guys can see, the other team's going to score the ball here, and as soon as I get the inbound, look what I do with it. This is what you want to do every single time if you're on guard. So I get the ball, I hold right trigger, and you flick up on the right stick right before you cross half court. You get that push cross. It didn't work there. The Glock was in a good position, but if you ever have the step on the lockdown, you will get a push cross every single time in front of him. He'll never catch you. You either have a wide open dunk, or you're gonna have your center wide open if their center helps. Now another thing I should have went over was the quick stop, but if you guys played previous years, you know how to do it. All you gotta do is flick your right stick to the opposite way that your player is running. But for the most part, most of the time you're not going to be open enough for a quick stop if you're playing in a stage, and you will have to fade. As you guys can see in the background here, I am using normal to fade. That is the best fade in the game. I promise you guys, it is the best. Almost open every single time you shoot, you will be open with that jump shot, or with that dribble pull up. If you guys do want my jump shot, is in my previous video alongside my previous animations. I'm not sure if I changed any between that besides the dribble pull up, but like look at the shots you can hit. Like this shot, like you gotta put that in your bag, man. That's a quick stop. I think it was like right here any moment now. No, it's not. Okay, but it's gonna be a lot of just me shooting the dribble pull up. I like shooting it to the right hand more because my player is obviously right-handed. It'll always be, I think it's going to be a high percentage shot if you shoot it to your ball hand side. Now another thing, always buy Gatorade. You guys see me, I have 1 bar. Unfortunately, I did the mistake of not getting 4 stars on all my drills on the first day of the game. It was really crowded. I had to do the hard ones, and I ended up getting 2 stars on a drill. So that was really bad. So make sure you buy Muscle Milk, make sure you buy Thirst Quencher, especially if you're playing these high courts where you're going to make your VC back. You need to give yourself the edge it's gonna get you to score the ball at will, man. Because like you don't have Gatorade, that shot is gonna be 10 times harder. Your player's gonna have less stamina, and the shot's gonna be slower, and the other team's gonna get more contests on the shot. So all the gameplay you're watching in the background, this is all from my stream. These are all from like the 10 or 12 game span that I played, man. So like as you guys see in the top right, you're only seeing the highlights. I'm shooting 33%, bro. It's tough to shoot on this game. No one, if I shoot 2 for 5, I shoot 40%. That's a good game. I promise you from the bottom of my heart, that is a good game, man. So lay off your guards, bro. It's so hard to shoot in this game. Lay off your centers too. Your centers are missing, bro. Cut them some slack, bro. The only thing you should be getting mad at on this game is dudes not playing defense. Defense is so OP. Every pass on this game is almost a lane. You get every stop in the paint as well. Every time you go up in the paint, it's a stripper. It's just crazy, bro. Like if I could go back and make my build again, guys, like I still think my build's good. So if you made it, like you're chilling, but like I made it with the intention of kind of playing twos on it as well. But like, bro, if I had a higher 3 ball, it would be a lot better because rim running is just not that good this year. So as you guys can see, for right now, I do only have one singular build, and that's the build I made in the first 5 minutes, or you guys can see right there, first 40 minutes of the game, I made it. And I mean, that's the build I'm gonna rock with at least until I hit 99 and I get that cap breaker at whatever it is, 33. I'm gonna stick with this build up until then, and then I'll decide if I want to make a new build. I don't think this is the most meta build for threes. Obviously, as I said, driving dunk is not as good as I would have hoped it to be this year. So yeah, my next build, I'm gonna go very like sparse on the dunk. I'm gonna go put it all on the 3-point, and I'm just gonna shot chuck a whole ton. Hopefully I don't get too many cold zones. As you guys can see here, I'm labbing builds, guys. I know I preach on the don't make a 5'9", but from what I've seen, man, I don't know, the 5'9s, they might be a problem this year. Like a build like this, if you guys are making a new build right now and you want to be the best of best on threes, I would go with something like this. 97 overall. Don't waste your attributes right away on the 99 because it'll be cheaper in the long run if you use a cap breaker to get it. So you could get more stuff. Like look, you could be on a 5'9", you get 70 dunk, and from what I've seen, 70 dunk is more than enough. 5'9s are dunking with like a 70 dunk, just as good as I am with a 93 dunk. So 70 dunk, 97 3-ball, use a cap breakers, get to 99. When you do get them, you get silver bailout, 95 ball handle, 91 speed with ball, and you get a 91 steal, higher speed, higher agility, higher everything, bro. The lanes, that's what I was saying. Like my main point was like if you're 5'9", the lanes aren't going to be as good, but I don't know, they might be even better when you're 5'9". I don't know what it is, it's the speed or something. They just get every single lane known to man, and it's just kind of ridiculous to me. But like I said, I didn't know what the meta was going to be. Like my build's still good. My build would still run circles around this build on the 2s court. And if, I mean, it could, I mean, I'm not going to say like I can't beat a 5'9". Like you can still hit, you saw the shots I was hitting with a 94 3. I mean, just having a 99 3 would help a tiny bit, you know. So guys, you've made it to the end of the video, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment down below what you guys would want to see next. Put them noti bells on. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, man. We live consistent. It's the beginning of 2K. I'm going to be hawking the game. I'm going to be streaming a lot. I'm probably live right now. So go hit the description. Check it out live. And say, yo, I came from the YouTube channel, man. I'd love to see when you guys come from other platforms for my stream. So you really know, like, grinding on these, like, YouTube, on the TikTok, like, it really is helping my Twitch grind. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video.